This is Dr. Cynthia Correa
Dr. Tarr.
on our podcast called Balanced Steps. We're out here, podiatrists, bringing in our holistic, integrative, and traditional medicine to help our patients evolve. I am in Orlando, Florida.
I am in Phoenix, Arizona.
I opened up my practice, Orange Sky Podiatry, about a year ago, and Dr. Tarr opened up hers 2 years ago.
2 years.
So there's a lot of different hats that we have. We are the technician, the doctor, we are the manager, we're also the entrepreneur all at once. That can take up a lot of mental space, but still we move forward because we know that we're building something awesome for ourselves and for the community. And with time and consistency, it'll just keep growing.
It's inevitable.
I will say this, like when I am around my patients, I do get a lot of energy. There's a problem that needs to be solved. I am here to solve a problem, and that's something I'm very good at, and so is Dr. Tarr. When I'm around that, I get a lot of energy. Yes. And I have seen that also with my patients as well. I remind them to be gentle on themselves and forget themselves, to not be from point A to point B in the amount of time that they think that they need to be. I let them know, I'm like, you're a complicated human being, and there are a lot of things that are outside of my control and their control, genetics. They're not going to be able to change their job overnight. What if they have a family? Maybe they're a construction worker and they're on hard concrete floors. Happen overnight. So I feel like that's part of that holistic approach and grounding the patient. I'm like, hey, we are progressing and we are doing better, and remind them of everything that they've gained and how they have gotten better. Let's focus on what you have and not what you have not. Because that's just like, no, I believe that's part of my job, the comprehensive holistic approach, just reminding them like, you were so much better than our first visit.
For example, the patient that I saw on Friday, I offer OmniFix, which is a non-invasive, non-surgical, ingrown toenail correction system. But the thing about OmniFix is that it takes a while to work because it's slowly correcting your ingrown. You have to give your nail the full time that it needs to completely grow out from the base to the tip. This woman, I've been seeing her for 6 months, putting on OmniFix bands maybe every couple months. I was taking pictures, thankfully, so I was able to show her at this visit, like, hey, this is what your toe looked like 6 months ago. This is what it looks like today. And at first she was starting to feel discouraged, like, oh, I've had this band on for so long, I feel like it's not working. But I'm like, no, look at your nail. It looks different than where you were 6 months ago. Reminding patients that their goals are possible. Finding little ways to document those things helps them visualize as well, like, oh, the things that I'm doing are working and are to my benefit.
Yes, and that's a great explanation right there. It just shows the power of documenting, journaling, what we call medical notes. If we're examining their gaits before and after, rehabilitation exercises before and after a change in shoes, recording that, and they can see there's a difference. Because if we look within ourselves, I mean, I've done that myself, but then I look at a photo and I'm like, oh, wow, look at this change. So it's acknowledging that, yes, we are podiatrists. Yes, we are experts of the foot and ankle. Yes, we're specialists and surgeons, but we're still dealing with the whole person. The physician and the patient are on the same page and we're aligned. And I feel like that's part of our job in our examination, to focus on the why and the cause. But we're figuring it. Sometimes I remember looking at patients' faces and I know they've glossed over. I've learned in this approach to let them talk 80% of the time, and I am listening. And then I can really find where's the destination that we need to go to, because we're both highly skilled to get you the result that we want.
Shout out to Dr. Haney if he ever comes across this from Kent State. Dr. Haney was our general medicine, internal medicine professor. One thing that Dr. Haney always says, and I remember when he said it in class, he said, look, the patient will tell you their diagnosis. They will walk in and tell you, but it is up to you to listen. You have to sit and listen. Get from behind the computer, listen to the patient, absorb, and then you use your medical training and knowledge and piece together what they're saying to put a medical term on it. So I feel like that's important.
But yeah, that makes a total difference. Here, there's a lot of people who, I mean, there's a lot of people that go to the theme parks, Disney and Orlando, and they go with their family, and their goal is to walk on this concrete jungle of a theme park. And they're trying to figure out what's the right shoes, what can we do? Because they want time. They want time with their family. They don't want to be left behind. So really that's their core motivation. So it's like, well, how do we get you there? And I'm going to treat someone who is working out 5 days a week. I'm going to give them a different treatment plan. If I know like that's their goal and that's their motivation, now I understand what is your goal? What is your purpose? What is your why? What would your life look like if you didn't have this pain anymore? And that's the result that I am passionate about to give to my patients. Once I definitely a different approach, and some patients appreciate it more than others, but the ones that do, we just grow. But it's fun. I'm having fun with talking to my patients. Both of us have I have close to 8 years of experience now. And how many years do you have now?
7.
We did the symptom-based allopathic way for so many years. And now you're 2 years in, I'm 1 year in. So we're just all learning. And I do feel like I get way better results now with my patients than I did when I was strictly traditional medicine.
Same. But I think also with both of us, we just have more time as well, because we're not rushed. We don't have one person in front of us, but 4 or 5 other people waiting in the office. We're 2 hours behind. All those things that kind of happen, typical practice or doctor's office. I feel like, again, just having that time, you can really listen, absorb, and get to know your patients. Your patients can get to know you, and you have more ability to dig deeper and truly get to the root cause of what's going on with them, their symptoms, all that.
People are waiting 45 minutes and then seeing us for 15 minutes. We wanted to inverse that. We want to give you all of our time, and we walk you in. It's a nice, welcoming environment where those boundaries that were just up and those walls are brought down, because we speak to you more like a friend. A friend that has a lot of medical knowledge and our surgeon, and so of how we can help you. And in order to do that, we chose to pursue a cash-based practice so we could give this high value service to our patients, because that's what we're about. We're about servicing our patients, servicing our community.
Exactly. One of my favorite things since opening up my practice and being able to walk out of my exam room and greet my patient at the door. Dr. Paul Thomas, founder of Plum Health, DPC in Detroit, he said that was one thing that he does. He greets all his patients at the door. And I was like, oh, wow, that's really nice. It's different than anything I've experienced, but that's really nice. So I make a point to do it. I have a window. One of the walls is completely windowed. So I can see people walk up to the front door. I'm in the front of the building. At that point, I'll walk out, introduce myself. I never really run over their appointment time. Like if it's 3:30, they're supposed to start, or they signed up for, maybe they'll get there at 3:20. Maybe there's like a little 5-minute, okay, let me just kind of get myself together a little bit more. But they're in the chair at their appointment time. So that's really beautiful, because previously, and I'm sure your experience is too, it was so stressful because you're running late, because you're double, triple booked, and then people are angry, understandably so, because I am angry when I used to go to doctors in the traditional system and you're waiting 1 hour to see the doctor. Yeah, I'm annoyed. So it's a very stressful situation for both doctors and patients. So this is an escape from that, to be able to meet my patients at the door. They don't wait any longer than 5 minutes, and then I can take them back at their scheduled time, or even a little bit before, honestly, and then do what I need to do.
But Dr. Tarr, she has her own location. With me, I am a mobile podiatrist, so I greet people literally at their door. And
exactly.
Yes, I've met a lot of great people. There's dogs. I have expanded to sharing. So there are medical suites by the hour.
Yes.
And there are patients that prefer to be seen in an office space. And I have done that. A patient was waiting for me 15 minutes because I ran behind from another appointment. But I was straightforward and I was like, let's go. Introduce myself. Okay, we're gonna start. We're gonna do the whole thing. I held myself accountable and I let her know that I was seeing another patient. I believe in that transparency. We're here,
Exactly.
but still with this type of model, very, very rare that something happens.
Because a lot of the barriers are removed and it's literally just you and the patient, I think it's easier for the patients to see us as people. When things like that happen, they're definitely more amendable because there's not all this stuff between me and the doctor. So that's another benefit to this model. When things do happen, there is grace on both accords. I know I had a patient, for example, this was like when I started, maybe that first year, and I had a patient that wanted left and right ingrown toenails removed. She made the early appointment, like it was 9 o'clock or 9:30 or something. So I show up, set up, and nobody came. Usually I'll wait for like 15 minutes. I'll give them a call, text message, something like that. And so I called, I texted, but I'm like, this is weird. Why would she make the appointment but not show up? Especially for something like this, right? You know? And so finally she texted me. She goes, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I work night shift. I accidentally clicked the wrong time in the portal. Do you have any availability in the afternoon today? Yeah, it's fine. So it's no big deal to me. I'll just go home and come back. And that's what I did. And I was able to see her, take care of her problem. And she was so apologetic. It's okay. It happens. You called, you reached out.
Yeah.
It's all good. There's no harm, no foul, you know? So again, that's one of the really beautiful things about this model, because if this girl would have been in a traditional model, she would have been canceled. Lord knows how long she waited just to get the appointment anyway. She would have had to wait longer. It just would have been a lot of
Yes.
drama. But because it's just me and her, we can move it back.
That's bringing the humanity into that whole process. You can be ethical and profitable and bring humanity in it. Inevitably, both of us will grow, but that'll still be part of our mission. That doesn't change. We just grow with that same mission of bringing humanity, connection, empowerment to our patients.
Yeah. And that's what it's about at the end of the day. So it's
Yeah.
been a beautiful experience. Business ownership is never easy. And that's what I tell everyone. It's not sunshines and rainbows all the time. It definitely has its challenges, but any type of challenge that comes up is worth it, at least for me. And I know for Dr. Correa as well, to own business in general, but definitely to have this type of practice. It is worth anything that has come up along the journey. So that
And
keeps us
that
moving forward.
keeps it going. It's reminding us of the why. And that why is strong. This is our life. This is what we want to build. This is the service that I want to give to others and get results for my patients. You give me life, purpose. It was all worth it. 100%.
Yeah.
And that's why we do this podcast, because it's for you. It's for the community. It's for that service that we want to bring out there, and for other people to understand that this is another choice that we have for you. And
Exactly.
we just want to make you aware.
So that's a wrap today, everyone. We hope this episode gave you some insights, and we would love to hear from you. Leave comments in the comment section below about any questions that you have for 2 board-certified podiatrists, foot surgeons, in regards to this video, or any requests for future topics that you want us to talk about.
We're here to answer the questions. We will see you next time here on Balanced Step. Bye.